like this is definitely big. If they did do a versus, which way would you lean?
Oh man, I'm probably leaning towards Usher. I'm probably leaning towards Usher because just because of me, I'm more of a Usher fan than I am a Chris Brown fan. But Chris Brown got lots of hits too. But so I'm not going to like if me and you did a versus, I would probably rather do Usher than I think we did it already one time before on Enter Prompt, and I think I had Chris Brown, but I didn't know a lot of his songs.
Yeah.
So it was like, I missed out on a lot of his songs. So it's like, but I didn't want to choose Usher either. So, but it's like, we might have flipped the coin. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we did flip a coin, but I do remember I had Chris Breezy and you had Usher.
No, I had Chris Brown.
You had Chris Brown? Or I had Usher?
Yeah.
Yeah. You right. Because you didn't know a lot of Chris Brown music.
Yeah. So I'm leaning toward Usher because when we did the Usher R. Kelly one, that was a great night. You know what I'm saying? That was a great night.
Yeah, it was definitely fun, bro.
That was a good one, and like you played a lot of great songs. So it's like, and it was all radio hits. And it was like,
I think that's what makes it so hard for Usher is, Usher got right at around 20 hit songs, and like 10 of those songs are like the top of the top type of hits. Like, you know, and I saw Ray Daniels say this, and I saw they say this on the Joe Budden podcast, and I'm gonna say this: I think a 20-song versus between Usher and Chris Brown would be close. You know, and if we're just going off of the music, I probably would go Usher, because you know I think "Yeah" is one of the greatest songs ever to be recorded. You know, and so like that's unbeatable. But I'm gonna keep it real with you. It'll be close with 20. If we get to 30, Chris Brown is blowing him out the fucking water and it's not close. Because when I was getting my line together, the difference between you and me, and I know MGH, you know, wife was like, yo, we thought, you know, you killed with Usher and you won easily, da. But I'm gonna keep it real. I had it easy. Usher got like maybe 20, at the most 21 hits.
All radio songs.
So I didn't have no songs that I was like, oh man, I got it. Nah, R. Kelly different. R. Kelly got songs where it's like, man, I gotta cut this song for this song, but I like this song more than this song. Bruh, Usher's one of those rare artists that his 20 best songs is typically his fans' 20 favorite songs.
Yeah.
R. Kelly ain't like that, and I'm be honest, Chris Breezy ain't like that. Because Chris Breezy, his 30th best song might be your 10th favorite song by him. Like Chris Brown really got music like that. The only difference is Chris Brown just don't have a yeah. He ain't got it, you got it bad. He ain't got like the top of the top hits that Usher got. Just because I'll be honest, man. If I had to say why, because I think Chris Brown is just as talented as Usher, if not more talented. I think when he came into R&B, the sounds just started to become different. And R&B wasn't really if you remember when Chris Brown got an R&B really wasn't the club music no more. Hip hop had started taking over, and that was really the club music. When Usher was really making his prime, at that point in time, that was the club music, the R&B songs, especially like the dancing R&B songs. You know, like more so your generation, like probably when you was in like high school versus my generation. Like the biggest songs was like, in terms of the songs we in the club would be like the rap songs. But in terms of just like body of work, yeah, I can't really express enough that Chris Brown got 2 albums with like 30 songs on it, bro. He got his album with 50 songs on it. And these are albums that went platinum. Like, and it's really like just top to bottom good. So like I would go Usher just off of the music, but I would say this in a live versus, I probably would take Chris Brown just because we've seen at these verses your ability to perform, your ability to be a showman, which I think Chris Brown is a better talker than Usher. I want to make this clear. If we get a motivated Chris Brown, because Chris Brown be in his mood sometimes where he's not charismatic, if that makes sense, where he's in a mood. But if he's charismatic and he's Chris Breezy, hey man, Chris Brown man got songs where he rap. You know, so I think in a live versus, Chris Brown can put on a show. He can basically do what Tank did to Tyrese, where we're going to be like, oh shit, man, he's dancing, he's pop locking, he's doing all this stuff. And I think this is the biggest reason why Versus would hurt Usher versus Chris Brown, especially in this in the way they do it. And Chris Brown got at least 10 big artists he can just bring on stage with him. Like he got a song with Busta Rhymes. He got songs with Drake. He probably got a song with Future that I don't know about. Like
he got songs with everybody.
Yeah, he got songs with all these people. And some of these are his songs, but a lot of them are their songs. Usher wasn't known for that in his career. He wasn't really known for
getting on the hooks. Yeah, he didn't do the hooks.
Yeah, whereas Chris Brown, he got on a lot of fucking hooks. Mm-hmm. And it's not like he just was on the hook. Sometimes, like that song "Loyal," man, bro, that's a hot song right there. So yeah, I think versus a live versus where we start seeing him bring people on stage, I think that would benefit Chris Brown wholeheartedly.